Alright, today's a wax day. I don't even remember the last time I waxed this, but it's overdue, definitely way overdue for wax. I wax the whole thing. That's what I usually do, and yeah, this is a bit much. It's probably 2x, 3x times what I should put on it. This was just like I missed a spot and I went back with the applicator that was like overfull with wax and just dabbed it on there. So anyway, yeah, there it is. I hope this stuff comes off on the dark side of the car. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Flyover time. That side. That's it. Hopefully I'm able to get this stuff off. I'm gonna probably be, could be tough getting all this excess wax off here. We'll see. All right, I just wanted to mention one thing here, that I did have one of these little pouches of baby wipes handy, the unscented, anything, fragrance-free or whatever. And what I used those for was, since I put this stuff on so sloppily and so hurriedly, there are inevitable places where I got the wax. And so I had these things nearby so I could just wipe off the wax. I've since wiped it off, but like here, it's just, if you're in a hurry, well, there's something still there. It's gonna, looks like it might be a problem. But if you're in a hurry like I was, it's inevitable that the wax is going to get onto plastic and unpainted surfaces, i.e. rubber. That on all these surfaces. This is I did get to see this. This is I don't know what you call this, some kind of cowl rubber gasket thing. It goes all the way across the car. It is there's a hole in it right there. Well, it's 9.5 years old, so I'm sure I can't get that as a part. And if I can, it's probably a couple $100. Knowing, yeah, what I've seen with the OEM parts, unless somebody makes a replacement for it. So here in this area around this, the black plastic grill, I did use my finger to apply the wax, just to apply that instead of the foam applicator, because it was just a little bit easier not to get it everywhere, but I still got it here somehow. I should have wiped it off with a baby wipe by now, but I haven't done that. Gonna come back and do that. Hopefully it comes off, doesn't cause a problem. Yeah, so anyway, all this area right here, I just used my finger to apply the wax. Unlike my last wax video, I used the machine. I think I'm gonna just do it hand today, and it's coming off pretty easy, despite how much wax is on there. There is a lot of wax on this car. Way too much on here. Oh man, it's come off pretty easy. Wow. So far, I'll probably use about 20 of these microfiber towels, and yes, these are microfiber towels. I'll probably use about 20 of them to get all this stuff off here, or more, or not, I don't know. Yeah. All right, you get the idea here. I'm gonna turn this off and just finish doing the hood, and I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so here's the hood. Everything came off okay there. I used 3 medium size microfiber towels, and I'd say it came off per what they advertised on the carton or the can, that it's easy to apply, easy to remove. And yeah, with all the excess wax I put on there, yeah, it was easy to remove. Probably took me like 5 minutes or something, if that. And yeah, you can see my rust bubbles here. I don't really care about that. It's an aluminum hood, so it's not like it's steel and it's going to spread to the rest of the car or anything, but it's been like that for a few years. So anyway, I'll check in another minute or two. I'll take what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'll do the top next. A little fly over there on the top, and on the other side, get an idea what I'm up against here. So next. One other claim that Meguiar's makes on this product is that it is a scratch filler. And I did clay bar this hood before, I don't know, a year or two ago, and I've never clay barred before. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but it left a lot of streaks in the paint. I guess there was another process you have to go through after you clay bar. I never did that process, but there was a lot of swirls and streaks in the paint. It looked terrible. So I'm pretty much down on clay barring. But anyway, this stuff did appear to fill in the streaks or the swirls or whatever. I can't see them. So it looks significantly better than, it just looks better as far as streaks and scratches, or not scratches, but swirls and streaks go. This is what I used. It's this Tech Wax, Meguiar's Tech Wax 2.0. It's a paste. I looked on the big online retailer that we all know, and I couldn't find the paste there. I bought this a year or two ago, sitting on my shelf. So I got several different waxes up there on my shelf. And anyway, I did find this thing somewhere else. I just wanted to make sure it was still rated as being a decent quality. And yeah, it was like 4.5 stars and, 1,000 reviews or something. People were happy with it. So I know it's not junk. Now, they still sell this product, but it seems like the prevailing version of it is a liquid wax. I forgot to remove this. These things can scratch, so they've got to be removed. I don't know if I can do it with scissors or just rip them off or whatever. So, can I get that on camera? I don't know. Yeah. All right. That thing goes in the trash. You don't want that between I don't want that between my my microfiber towel and my paint when I'm putting pressure on this thing. Okay, I finished the roof. Again, probably took me like 5 minutes or something. It's fairly straightforward. Gonna do a little flyover here. I think I got everything, but I did not use a step stool or anything. This is a sedan. It's pretty low, so I can just reach up there. I'm not short. I mean, I'm 6 feet, so I'm tall enough to, no offense intended with that comment, I'm tall enough to be able to reach just barely to the center there to get everything. I may have missed a spot. I can't see that I missed anything, but again, this thing, I think it looks superb. So, yeah, there we go. All right, I'm on to the next part of the car. I think I'll do the trunk section next here. Get that out of the way. I used 3 microfiber towels, medium-sized microfiber towels on that roof. Okay, here's this back trunk. So anyway, it turns out good, and I must say that their claim that I didn't have so much, I don't think I had so much swirls back here. Maybe I did, I don't remember. I don't know if I clay barred this or not. But anyway, it does look very nice, like almost sort of like a three-dimensionalist sort of thing. But so I'd say that's a true claim, that it reduces or eliminates or reduces like swirls and not scratches but streaks or whatever. So all right, that's that. Now I need to do the trunk and the rear bumper and the valence or whatever that thing's called. So I'll knock that out. I think I'm going to just take that all the way around the car to this rear quarter on both sides and just knock that out. Or maybe I'll just do it down to the midway on the door, because that's going to be fairly straightforward going down midway on the door, but the lower part is the back braking part. I hate doing that part because it's down so low. But yeah. All right, I'm going to do that. The bumper down to the midsection, I'll probably just do the whole bumper all the way down, and then at least this rear quarter down to this point all the way down, and that too on both sides. So I'll see how that turns out. And I've got a lot of the microfiber towels. I probably got 50 or 60, maybe more of these things. And since I used so much wax on this thing, they load up pretty quickly, and therefore I switch the microfiber towels fairly frequently, because when they load up, then they are not efficient at removing the wax anymore, and you just end up fighting yourself, taking wax off and at the same time putting wax on, because there's so much wax loaded up in the microfiber towel. So anyway, okay, got this part, basically the rear quarters. See some kind of smudges there. I'm gonna have to go back and quickly wipe that down, some residue there. But I got that rear bumper, rear valence, all that on the other side as well. And yeah, so that's that. One thing when you're putting it on this thick that as I put it on, there's going to be wax in these cracks. I'll have to go back with a toothbrush to get all this stuff out of there. I don't know if I'll do that right now. Yeah, but anyway, that'll have to come out. So, and it also gets down in these seams here. Again, when that's a side effect or byproduct of putting this stuff on real thick. It'll be down in these seams. I had to open the trunk up and wipe off the residual there. So likewise around the seam here, likewise around the seam here on this side. So there's some right there. I'll have to open the door up and wipe all that off. I don't think I mentioned it, but I did take the car to the coin-operated car wash. I spent $10 there with the wand and the brush to make sure I got all the dirt off before I began the waxing. So the next step, I'm just going to do the down to the belt line per se, or just like right down to this point. The bottom part's going to be the hardest because I really got to get down low to get that. So, yeah. Again, starting here, all the way down, midway into the door. I can do that without sitting down. So, and I'll just have those bottom parts on both sides and the front bumper, and I'll be done. Okay, so I got the down to the midsection on the doors on both sides, and maybe I need to do just a little bit more wipe down. I see a few smudges on here because I over applied the wax, and midway down here all the way. So all I've got left to do is to do the bottom section on the sides, from midway to the door down, midway down the doors down to the bottom there, and then the front bumper. Not looking forward to that because I put so much wax there. Here's the other side. Just get down there and I'm good to go. And then the thing is, will I come back with the toothbrush and get this? I'm not sure. You probably want to see whether I did that or not, so I'll debate on whether I'm going to do that. But yeah, so all right, finished off everything here, and if it's possible to see that, but that's when I cleared my headlights with that procedure where you use the rubbing compound or the special compound and some sanding discs. There's some very high grit specialized sanding discs, and after I finished that, I sprayed the light with UV spray. I had it masked off, but I didn't mask it off far enough, and I got this UV spray on the bumper there, so gotta live with that. Anyway, it's finished here, so got all the way around from the midway of the doors down to the bottom there, all the way around. So, and I did do this against the wax maker's directions. I did do it out in the full sunlight. Don't recommend it, but I didn't have any choice, so that's what I did. Okay, I did go over all these little areas with a dry, clean toothbrush with a soft bristle, fairly soft bristle, and just got any excess wax out of these little crack areas around the door handles. Did it around the door handles too. There's always some little wax that gets in there. At least with me there is. So the wax has to be dry in order for this to work. If it's still wet, it's just going to be moving it around. So, but yeah. So anyway, this works great for getting that stuff out. All these little nook and cranny places, I just went around there with this toothbrush, and that always does the trick. I've never had a problem with it scratching the paint, but this is a daily driver, so I do what I can do with it. Also got the letters back here, and you can see the little, I need to wipe that off, but anyway, just did that, kept doing that. There's probably still some wax in there that needs to come out, but some of it's probably wet even. But anyway, this works for getting that out. Again, a soft bristled clean toothbrush. Actually, I use my old toothbrushes for this. I don't go out and buy new toothbrushes for it. So that's the spot right there I missed. Oh, I missed it. I missed getting the spot, but there was a little spot right there. Here's a spot right there. Yeah, okay, good. It's coming out, sort of, yeah, more or less. There's one along the ridge here, along the base of that thing. Yeah, okay. All right, I think that about does it. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.